So that's 5 lights, and we are off. So Izzy gets a very good start, actually. Manages to pull away quite quickly from second place Matt's there. We do have a few drivers going wide. We also have a position change immediately, so Leica has dropped down to 4th, and Matt's drops down as well as Don't Duck With Me tries to go down the inside. We do have a bit, I think, a little bit of contact there. Yep, big contact there with Matt's, and it looks like Leica, as someone crashes into Matt's as he goes out, slams into the side of his car there. We have Bagpush coming into the pit, so this is his penalty. He is on the medium tyres, so we need to make sure that he sticks with them. We also have Simon, who's now only 0.2 seconds behind Max, which is quite surprising actually. So obviously Simon's been improving quite a lot over these races that we've had, and he's challenging Max here. So he is on those soft tyres though, and Max is on the hard, so he will have a lot of grip, but that will drop away after a few laps. Oh, as we have Tom sliding out as he goes through turn 10 there. That's very unfortunate, but he is getting back on track. Let's make sure he does that correctly. He is cutting a huge corner there, I think, and he has... Looks like he spun someone there. Was it Communist? It was. He is gaining on Havoc. He is gaining on Havoc. Can he do anything on the brakes? I don't think he will. Yep, Max is to a sensible driver, and he's fast, he's sensible, and that's everything you need out of a driver in these races, because you need consistency, and that's what Max is giving. So he didn't do any late braking there. He needs to save these tyres. He doesn't want lockups or anything like that. Havoc goes very wide, and now Max is going to get a great run out of turn 15. He is right behind him, and he's going to open that DRS immediately, and he has got the overtake done. But Havoc has actually pulled it back, and he's not giving up here. Let's hope this is clean through turn 1, as both of them get very late on the brakes, and Max is still behind. So Havoc must have done some serious ERS there. Yep, he is down to 15%, so he probably switched it to overtake to defend there. So Max is very close behind. He is actually getting out of his slipstream before he hits the DRS zone, and that might be having an effect on how quickly he can overtake, but he has got that overtake done right now. Let's see if he can keep it. He needs to brake sensibly, and he is ahead, and Havoc does concede the position as Max hits something there. I think he might have gone a little bit of corner cutting there, and I think Bagpuss is going to have a chance here, as captain now is a second behind Havoc. So let's ride on board with Bagpuss here, and let's see how he does. He's got that DRS open. He is gaining, he's gaining, but not into turn 1 at least. Oof, he had to get a little bit of a correction there to avoid locking up and going into the back of Lex there. So that battle will be over, I think, until the next lap. And Bob's Drunkle has retired from the session. Oof, as we saw, and he spun out. Bagpuss has spun out as he tried to go down the inside of Lex there. Let's see how he does through turn 14 here. So again, don't try and overtake here. Just make sure you can stay as close as possible to benefit from that slipstream and DRS as you come out of 15. Lex has gone wide, unfortunately, and Simon is going to take that position. Let's jump back to Lex here and see if he can do anything about it. Simon does have that DRS as well. Less than a tenth behind Kevin right now. Ooh, let's watch this as Kevin goes wide there, and Tammy manages to get that overtake done. That looks like it was through turn 2 as they go through turn 3 here. A little bit of a lock up there from Tammy with his front right. So Simon's only 0.2 behind Tom here, as there's a lot of changes in direction there. Oof, I don't know if that's gonna... Oh, Simon got down the inside into turn 8. Wow, absolutely fantastic work from Simon there, as Tom unfortunately spins out. So I think he moved a little bit too much under braking there, but I don't think Simon did anything wrong there either. As we see Tom drop down another 2 positions with Lex and Bagpuss, but very solid work there from Simon. That was great to see. So Bagpuss is in the Williams. He has got that DRS open now, and he is going to be chasing Simon down that pit straight and hopefully out braking him. So he does move out to the left here. He does get a little bit early on the brakes actually, but I think Simon was a bit hot on the outside there and didn't manage to pull it back. But here comes Simon now, as he manages to retake that position as they approach turn 3. As he cuts the corner slightly but doesn't pick up a penalty, so I think he managed to keep 2 tyres on, but Bagpuss has unfortunately gone too wide into turn 4 there. Let's jump to Lex and see how he's doing here, because he has managed to get that position back as Tammy then goes wide. So let's see what happens here. So we've got Lex in front, Tammy behind, just 0.1 seconds as Tammy gets the DRS. I know there was a lot of changes there, but it doesn't look like any of them have got it open actually, which is interesting. But Tammy manages to get that position back as they come through turn 8 here. Now, so he has got that DRS open. He got out of the slipstream quite quickly actually, but he has got that overtake done. So Mats has overtaken Havoc on lap 19 there, and let's hope everything goes well into turn 8. Yep, it does, and it was nice and clean, so good for them. As Max is now second behind Leica. So let's jump back to these guys as Leica has dropped out. He's retired from the session. Not sure what happened there, but Max has now adopted third place, so I think he may have got scruffy into the final corner, or at least turn 14. Not sure what happened. We'll have to wait to see if he joins the party and cares to comment on that, but that's very unfortunate. That would have been a great battle between him and Max. So Izzy breaks at about 60 here as he goes through turn 8 and 9. I mean, Izzy really doesn't put a foot wrong. He doesn't put a tyre in the wrong place. He doesn't lock up hardly ever. He is an absolute phenomenal racer, and he definitely deserves these wins and these gaps that he is creating. Fantastic to see such a professional driver here in this league. Not taking anything away from other drivers, they are all obviously professional, and it's great to have you here, it's great to watch you, and it's great to see this hard racing, but Izzy is just phenomenal. Ooh, he goes a little bit wide there into turn 14. Oof, we have a mistake from Izzy. So it looks like I've given him the commentator's curse there, as we'll see Captain gain a few seconds on him as well. So apologies for that. It looks like the commentator's curse is real. So we have Bagpuss battling for 6th place Markov right now. He is only 3/10 behind. We'll stick with these guys for now and see what goes on here as they go through. Oh, huge lock up there from Markov as he goes very, very wide and has to cut the corner, and he has conceded that position there. I think that was the right thing to do as well, as we have Simon approaching these two guys now, so that wouldn't have been nice for his tyres, as Izzy Kush picks up a 3-second time penalty for cutting a corner, I reckon. So I definitely have given him the commentator's curse. There's a little battle again going on between Markov and Bagpuss now, as he does get that overtake done, but will he be able to get the braking point right for turn 8? A bit of contact there, let's just call that. Ooh, both of them spin and park their cars on the track. Oh, as we see Bagpuss reversing there. So that's lap 26. We need to record that because that was unsafe reversing on track there. So here he comes into turn 15, final corner, and here he comes crossing the line. He's not going to the pit straight. Let's jump to Max as he crosses the line. So Tom was lapped a few times, so he has now finished 2, as we see Matt cross the line. And we see Havoc going through turn 15 as well, as Lex and Tammy also finished their races. So, and the final turn. As he does stick to the pit side of the track, and he pops in 6th place there. Finally we have Markov, who's maybe run out of fuel as he crosses the line to take up the final position.